Coming to the stage, your number 2 comic. Give it up for Lisa Cuz.
Oh my God, guys, I am so excited. I went out yesterday and I got asked for my ID. Yeah, they usually just give me the seniors breakfast. Yeah, I know some of you are looking at me thinking, shouldn't that bitch be scrapbooking right now? Because I'm not that young, but I've always taken really, really good care of myself. I'm 55 years old, and I look like a hard-living 41-year-old. But I take this comedy very seriously. I was in the cafe for hours just preparing for tonight, getting enough coffee in me to stay up past 7 p.m. And I ordered my latte, and the barista made a drawing in the foam, which could only be a vagina. And so I had to go buy one of those really long biscottis and repeatedly dunk it. Later, I went back for a chocolate one. My friends say, Lisa, dress your age. Stop trying to dress like a high schooler. Well, I think I found a way to do both. I wear tight pink sweatpants that say senior on the ass. You know, I look kind of tame and innocent, and I've always wanted to look badass, but I don't think there's anything that I could do to make me look badass. Honestly, I could get 3 skulls tattooed on my arm, and people would just think I had ugly grandkids. So I tried I've been dating a little bit, but I haven't tried one of those phone apps because even though my sex life's kind of dry, I wouldn't say that it's Tinder dry. But I did recently go on 2 dates, which could have been more different. The first fellow showed up in a big minivan with a baby seat. So I'm thinking, he has a little one. And a couple of days later, I went out with another guy who showed up in a brand new Corvette. So I was like, he has a little one. But, you know, I know men look at what I'm driving too. Like, I was getting out of my car in my very short mini skirt, and a fellow said, "Hey, nice Volvo." Right? And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Yeah, it's an older model, but the interior is still really nice. It holds way more than you would think. Last weekend, I had 2 big guys in here just after a party, just driving them home. I'm thinking of selling it by the end of the month. Of course, by then it will be washed and waxed. So I'm trying to cross a few things off the dating bucket list. I would like to date a cop, just so that when we have sex halfway through, I can push him off and say, "Do you know why I stopped you?" "Sir, do you have any idea how fast you were going?" "You were entering the wrong lane, sir." That's one way. I went home with a much younger man, and I realized that his last girlfriend had been an inflatable doll. Because when I took off my bra, he started trying to blow air into my navel. But you know, it's fun. I like to impersonate a younger woman, and it's easy to do in dark nightclubs. So, you know, gentlemen, the lady that you bring home, you think she's 30, she might be 20 years older. And yeah, don't worry, you're gonna have a great night of passion. But the next morning, you will wake up in that cold light of dawn, look across that bed, and be very surprised to see your clothes neatly folded, a bag lunch, and a scrapbook of the night before. Now, I do like to write songs sometimes, usually about really deep, profound subject matter, and I'm going to play one for you. Hello. There's a kind of underwear that nearly drives me to despair half of the time. And folks behind me snort and giggle at my unsupported jiggle whenever my weight starts to climb. From the front, it's a normal bikini. From the back, it's a piece of linguine. I can get used to most anything that comes along. Might have to try a bit, but I'll get used to it. But I'll never get used to this thong. I can get used to saying, yes sir, to a boss I know is wrong. My nose will smell like shit, but I'll get used to it. But I'll never get used to this thong. It isn't proper underwear. I'm always feeling something's there that don't belong. So I start tugging and adjusting, but that only looks disgusting to anyone coming along. I can get used to my neighbor's Great Dane, the one who's howling all night long. Arr, 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 arr. Might have to drink a bit, but I'll get used to it. But I'll never get used to this thong. It isn't proper underwear. I always feel my derriere is too exposed. And in the winter I'm not cozy, and I'm sure my cheeks are rosy whenever the icy wind blows. Whoosh. I can get used to dating a man with the demeanor of King Kong. If I was desperate, I could get used to it, but I'll never get used to this thong. Thanks.
That's your number 2 comic, Lisa Cuz.